All right, this is the demon that's being documented simultaneously while I am uploading it. This is the demonic activity. As you're looking at the demon, there is no vibration that's going to occur inside of my hotel room. This is federal stalking. The amplified sound of traffic on the 60 freeway is impossible. This is the demon engaging in federal stalking. She's walking under a fake sun, a sun that doesn't sit over a building for 12 hours. She's engaged in federal stalking. She's also doing so while being a sex offender monitoring inside of a hotel room. She's going to the gang stalker's room 224, who you saw pacing around me on video, and doing so in the environment where the demon is monitoring with all the rest of them. Gang stalking immigrants are going to be deported, crossing a path under the fake sun. Okay, what's uploading right now is images of this sex offender, this gang stalker, this domestic terrorist that does not speak the English language, is in this country engaging in domestic terrorism of American citizens, and is currently doing so in concert with minor children who are the means of pacing and engineered light. You already know that the entity is doing so in the specific environment. These are the demons that are pacing. This is what they're doing with the Ontario police that provided evidence to how you know the non-English speaking gang stalkers in California are terrorizing American citizens. It's not a coincidence while she crosses path and while I'm inside of the depths of this hotel room, the mattress is shaking, the floor is vibrating. That's impossible sensational activity. This is called surrounding while demons are stalking under a fake sun. This is called pacing while she's walking back and forth, and that is the stalking with activity conduct occurring under the fake sun right here. Okay, the fake sun is present over this venue at what is 7:16 a.m. That's how you know that these are stalkers, and these are sex offenders monitoring my vagina. This is the criminal conduct that is disbanding the Ontario police, but it's also the prosecution of the state of California. This is how Marriott Bonvoy is keeping a fake sun over Town Place Suites by Marriott in Monrovia, California, while I'm documenting and exposing what is the federal RICO cases against the corrupt businesses that are engaging in surveillance throughout the state of California. Monitoring, in other words, in hotels, which is a sex offense. Okay, like you saw the demon driving the Lexus yesterday, sunlight never reflects off of the front of your car. Gang stalking, just like you saw under the fake sun that was still here at 6 p.m. This is the P.O.C, and this is concerted conduct. This is while they're monitoring in real time what's going on the internet, and I'm also going to capture the video evidence of federal stalking. License B-I-R-T-A is driving under the fake sun. That's called pacing. Using a vehicle to do so in a specific environment. That's not a stranger, that's a sex offender, a terrorist, and a demon-possessed one. A Caucasian woman that's monitoring my vagina as well, engaging in with the government. This is the entity that's engaging in that conduct. Going to the vehicle, these are demons that are pacing, and they're doing so while they're monitoring me. Document the evidence. License 9SYE890 is monitoring with minor children in custody of them, contributing to the delinquency of them. This is what they do in bathrooms as well. Having children come in being the guise of audible activity and engineered light, stalking in a bathroom on behalf of a government, and engage in that sex offense in the same way you're seeing at a hotel. Okay, this is P.O.C. And this is the terrorism that the gang stalking employees like 9MBP 997 is engaging in. These children are over here running in engineered light. This is what they're doing when they're monitoring me on behalf of their gang stalking parents, those that are even immigrants monitoring an American citizen. This is what she's doing, stalking in the path. Hi, how are you? Okay, that's the entity that's engaging in gang stalking, and this is stalking in the path, making sure you're covering all bases. Last night while Ontario International Airport is gang stalking and the demons are surrounding at the ends of the parking lot, that's stalking in the path under the fake sun. That's what this is. And this is terrorism as you're going to prosecute it. This is terrorism while a bunch of demons who are hollowed out psychopaths obsessed with your genitalia are stalking you obsessively, and that obsession is shown in an environment that is irreconcilable. She's not a stranger. The engineer light is present. That's the pattern of conduct anyway, where a bunch of girls and boys are sex offenders alike, okay? And this is what the management of economy in is facilitating. That's why the fake sun rises and sets here. License B-I-R-T-A is also not coincidentally stalking right here to make sure someone is surrounding in the path. This is what the African-American woman was doing, standing in the middle of the parking lot, stalking in the path under the fake sun, okay? Present at what is 7:16 in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, 11:45 in the morning, 12:42 in the afternoon. The entity keeping the fake sun as I'm documenting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As you see the Ontario Police gang stalking by helicopter at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As you see the Ontario Police Department gang stalking at 6 o'clock in the evening. Ones are stalking in the path as a public entity. You'll see under a fake sun, this is how stalking is underway, and they're monitoring what I'm uploading onto the internet, and this gang stalking immigrant is engaging in terrorism, terrorizing an American citizen. She's going to be deported, like every other gang stalking immigrant. And the government engages in more terrorism and harassment while you document gang stalking immigrants. Also why they're going to be deported. P.O.C. Okay, let's get the City of Ontario, because you've seen the Ontario Police Department add to the case against immigrants where there's no terminal. You are flying over 2301 South Euclid Avenue while the fake sun is over me, and that's exhibiting what is mental illness. Alan D. Wapner is also obsessed with my vagina, stalking using commercial airlines, spending a lot of money and resources. Okay, that's not a flight coming from the airport. That's not a flight going toward the airport. Terminals 2 and Terminal 4 is engaging in what is the entities engaging in what are flights that have nothing to do with the arrivals and departures published on the Ontario International Airport website. It's also not a coincidence while I'm documenting it. Understand the demon that was in license BBIRTA, maintaining the elements while a demon is crossing path in a commercial plane. And this is all ceaseless activity creation, okay? None of which is going to be heard inside of the hotel. This is massive surveillance, okay? Gang stalking immigrants, again, what you're seeing is deportation. It's a matter of justice, what you're witnessing, whether you like it or not, whether you like how it's being executed. Gang stalking immigrants are not welcome in this country, and this is why they are being deported, and for more. This is P.O.C. This is crossing path and engineer light. So don't forget about the light activity that's ongoing when you're walking by BBIRTA, crossing path, pacing, and engineer light that fills the hotel rooms and the venue. Okay, this is the identification of stalkers. Right here, Exhibit A. That's P.O.C. It is currently 3:34 p.m. The entity doing so while I am currently uploading video and images onto Google Drive, and this sex offender knows what's being uploaded. This impossible light activity is how you know about her knowledge and her specific acts of targeting me while she's pacing back and forth and creating earthquakes inside of my hotel room, gang stalking with the patrons like they're all sex offenders and these are demons. In an unintelligent system that the government helps in putting them in prison and asylums and being labeled as sex offenders that the Department of Justice is going to deal with. Okay, it's P.O.C. It's 3:35 p.m.